May 26th, 2024, Memorial Day, number 43. It's the tradition for poppies to be laid down after the Civil War. It's the start of summer. It's the end of school, barbecues, parades. And it was also the National Declaration Day at that point early. And then later on it became Memorial Day. Of note, Veterans Day was both for honor of living and the dead, whereas the memorial was just the dead. We're going to talk about four-legged doggies, some heroes, one of which is Stubby. World War I, he had the most honors during World War I, 17 different war battles. He was the one who could sniff out the gas. He would listen and hear the bombs that would come in the air, and if it heard him whine, and they would make sure that the soldiers were able to cover and hide. Rin Tin Tin, of course, was the most earned doggy, and we have many others to go. Well, thanks for watching, and stay tuned. Live from Cave Creek, Arizona, it's That Painting Show starring the Color Queen. Here's Beth.
Hi folks, I'm Beth Zink, and today is day 43 of That Painting Show. Thanks for joining us again. Today's Memorial Day, like Dr. John told you, and I just thought I'd show you some of my beginning summer projects. So before I get going though, Dr. John, who's today's lucky duck?
Beth, the lucky duck is Sue from Chicago.
Okay, Sue? What does she have to say? Ducky? Sue says, do more videos. I've missed seeing Dr. John. You know, the girls all love you, dear. The girls all love you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
That's cute.
That's sweet of her.
It is. Anyway, Sue happens to be married to a doctor. I don't think I told you, like a real doctor, not you.
That's okay, I can fake it.
All right, yes. So project number one was this wild and crazy chair. It's called a corner chair. It's two-sided, kind of an unusual design.
You know, I did notice that, and how did you decide what to paint?
Well, the client had an idea. She actually has a painting that's going to hang near the chair, and she didn't want it to match it, but she wanted it to coordinate with it. And the painting had a lot of like a periwinkle blue, kind of like a light blue violet. So as you can see, I put this light blue violet in the prickly pear pads, and then from there, blue violet's the opposite of, blue's the opposite of orange, yellow's the opposite of violet. So the yellow green and the yellow orange was kind of like a, opposite color. It makes it a little bit vibrant look. And so that's kind of why I decided on that color combination.
Well, it's beautiful.
Thanks.
But why the back and not the front?
Good question. You know, a lot of times people have me paint the fronts of the chairs because that's the part they see. But this chair is going to go in front of a fireplace. So when you walk into the room, you are going to see the back, which makes sense.
Makes sense to me.
Yes.
By the way, I love your wig.
I think this is my my Marilyn Monroe wig. I'm not sure.
I think you need to get a waitress dress to go with it.
A waitress dress.
I think you'd get a lot more tips.
Oh yeah. How about one of those dresses where they, stand in front of a fan or something where it goes like that. Anyway, good old Marilyn Monroe. So this is my first painting of the season, of the summer, I should say. And I'm going to do a sunset. I decided to go ahead and print out, here's the photograph I'm working from. It happens to be a photograph taken by a friend of mine who lives up in Carefree. And it just, when I saw this photo, I was just blown away. It was so beautiful. The foreground of all the desert plants, and then that sun setting in the northwest with the with Black Mountain. It was too pretty not to paint.
Another question.
Yes.
Why did you underpaint it in orange?
Well, I guess the orange is what caught my eye in the first place. That kind of that glow from the sunset. So I thought, usually I like to underpaint in a lightish color, sometimes an earthy color. But for this one, I thought the orange, because I'd let some of that orange peek through, maybe through my blues. I don't know. I'll see where it takes me.
Looks great.
Thanks. So what I wanted to show you, see how I divided the canvas into squares? Well, that's so when you're sketching, you can do a printout of your photograph, and you can fold this printout, and then whatever's in each quadrant of your picture, you can figure out what it is, where the location of the different elements of each one of the quadrants. Basically, it divides the canvas into 4 sections. And you know the old saying, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. Well, it's kind of dividing the sketch into smaller increments.
Is this a commission?
It's not, but I think it's going to be popular. So
I think it's worthy.
yeah,
Yes.
I like it a lot. This is my iPad, and I have the photograph on here. If you have an iPad and if you like painting and working from your iPad, it's great because you can zoom in. You can see how you can get in real tight and see more detail from your photograph. When I'm painting, I like to work back to front, left to right, and top to bottom. And in this case, all I have to do to divide the areas in my painting are, this is the sky, this is the mountain. So I'm just going to draw this one line right here. And then the first thing I'm going to do is paint the sky.
Do you like painting the sunsets?
I do, but they're really challenging, especially in acrylic paint, because acrylic paint dries quite quickly. I used to always say, hey, if I were going to paint sunsets all the time, I would change to oil. But I'm such a fan of acrylic paint that what I do is I keep a lot of colors wet, and I just work them all into each other as I'm moving along. So there's ways around working more slowly or more efficiently, I should say.
Looking good?
Thanks.
So what's going on? You got some exciting news coming forth here?
I do. You know how my brain works. I'm always thinking.
Overdrive.
Overdrive, I know. But as much as I enjoy teaching, there are, I've had people ask me for years if I would do online teaching. And I hesitated. I always say no first. But I hesitated, and then the more I thought about it, the more I thought, maybe, I can do some online videos, like start to finish one painting, charge so much, and you buy it, and then you copy. But I also thought, I'm more of a coach, I'm more of a coach. I like the interaction.
Coach, get me in.
Put me in, right? So I decided to create a coaching platform online, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically sell a series of monthly videos, and each video will include a painting demonstration, some tips and tricks, an Ask Beth where you interact. You go ahead and send in your video, send in your email and your questions of things you'd like me to answer online in the video. And a color of the month where I discuss a color, show how to mix it, show how to blend it, show how you can use it, show where I use it. My pearls of wisdom, of course, only they'll all be art related. And then a discount on classes. So when I do start to build my repertoire of painting classes, that you will get a discount because you are a team member of Team Zink. So that's it. I'm excited. We're still working on it.
Beautiful. I can't wait.
Well, it's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I can't wait for you to have a hat that
Oh, yes.
says coach.
Yeah, I'm going to have to get a coach hat and a whistle and some outfits. I don't know. We'll work on it.
And football.
Football. Anyway, today's pearls of wisdom are from Muhammad Ali. And he said, service to others is the rent you pay for your room here on earth. That's a good one. Cheers. Thanks for joining us. Come see us again. And happy Memorial Day and enjoy your summer. Bye-bye.
Thanks. Good night.
Good night.